Hello, I'm Daz. This week's discussion is about an update on how urbanization is affecting animal behavior. Urban expansion is also encroaching on wildlife habitats everywhere. Increasingly, people live and work in close proximity to wild animals whose native habitats have been lost or broken up. Many animals, from mice and cockroaches to pigeons and squirrels, have adapted to city life, taking advantage of abundant food and warmer temperatures. A significant feature of urban dwelling animal population is elevated population density, often resulting in increased competition and aggression toward conspecifics. These specific conditions contribute to the emergence of the intense selection pressure, which prevents many species from living and breeding in human-dominated landscapes, making them urban avoiders. At the same time, the constantly expanding urban areas become a novel colonization ground for a small but steadily growing number of species, mostly bird and mammals. These species can establish and maintain stable populations in the urban areas, while some of them even become strictly dependent on urban resources. Within the class of birds, many species undergo the process of rapid urbanization. Urban and non-urban individuals often differ in a wide array of ecological, physiological, and genetic traits, but behavior divergence is probably the most apparent. First, many urban birds show marked reduction in anxiety responses and increased boldness, which is manifested, for example, by the shorter flight initiation distances in response to an approaching human. Many studies have also shown an elevated level of aggression of urban-dwelling individuals toward humans and conspecifics, expressed by an active nest defense of the nest or aggressive territory behaviors. Even as human-tolerant and still common wildlife such as raccoons and opossums are squeezed into decreasing suitable habitat fragments within urban matrices, the less mobile, once abundant species, including small invertebrate, may become extirpated or extinct. Remaining islands of natural ecosystems are often infested with non-native invasive plant and animal species, which exasperate the ability of native wildlife to survive. In addition, these fragments of remnant habitat are usually surrounded by unsuitable hostile environment with little safe connectivity between extant parcels. It is also noteworthy to remember that less optimal sites may act as sinks for some butterfly species. The primary host plant may not be available, so a female butterfly may choose inferior plant because it's all from which she has to choose a remaining site. In the scenario, the offspring may not survive or may survive but not thrive on the inferior or alternate host, causing the offspring to develop various inbred genetic faults or weakened immune system, and or their surviving adults be robust enough to mate and perpetuate the colony. Because butterflies are actually occupying a site, it's not always an indication that the site is high quality habitat. It may be all that is left for them. So some hope in all of this. Second, the presence of green spaces within cities may play important roles for the conservation of many species, including threatened ones. Animal and plant responses to urbanization are, however, extremely variable. Some taxa are negatively affected, others are favored. So by creating more green spaces, which I see a lot of urban areas are trying to grow more trees and create more green, even just for the air quality, since there's a lot of pollution. What are your thoughts on how animals are adjusting? Some are a little more avoidant, others are a little more aggressive toward humans. They may not fly off as fast. They may get closer to cars as they adapt or adjust. Let me know your thoughts as always. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Take care and God bless.